When this video comes out, that means that King of the Concrete main event is today. And not only today, in a couple hours. You don't know what KOTC is? Well, here's a glimpse of the last event.
Tonight is all about parkour. Over 8 nations represented from all over the world.
Oh my gosh! That was a heavy slam. She looks so stoked! Wow! How do we even decide?
I'm speechless. I can't believe I'm so happy. It's amazing.
I love this sport. Fuck, it's the best sport ever.
So today I kind of decided to have a little press conference. Why not call some of the athletes that are competing at KOTC and just ask them some questions, see what's going on. So without further ado, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video. If you want to watch this year's KOTC, the link is in the description and it's going to go live in a few hours. But right now, let's head over to the PC and call up some of these athletes. Before we start, bro, what's your mindset right now? Like, how are you feeling before the comp?
Oh, my mindset. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately, a lot of work, like a lot of other things, but I've been grinding behind the screens. So I got some things planned, some things I've never done before in a competition for not like off-sand or airbag. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped. It's second time KOTC. I got in. I was gonna do on-sites first, but then Tempest hit me up like, yo, we got a spot. You want to hop in? Like for a show, of course.
That's sick.
So I got some things planned, some big stuff. So I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped to see what's going on.
It's your first KOTC. I'm excited to see you there. You know you're my boy. I'm gassed. Tell me. Talk to me.
It's super sick. I didn't know I was on the roster until recently. They got me off the online submissions. It's gonna be hype. I'm hyped to be there. My hip, I injured my hip okay, I got a text saying, I got a text saying, yo, if people drop out, would you be down to compete? And I said, yeah. And then 2 days later, I messed up my hip. And I was in LA. And I saw Jeffy walking up. I was on crutches at the time. I couldn't walk. Hip. He's like, oh, I just put this guy on the roster. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know that it was official, but okay, sick. But I'm like, yeah, I'll probably be able.
Give us a percentage. How about that? Oh, it's not looking good.
like a real percentage?
Yes, real. Keep it real.
There's a percentage of like being able to compete. And then there's a percentage of like it being smart to compete. Like maybe 20%.
All right, well, good call, brother. I'll see you later.
So my mindset going into KOTC right now, it's kind of interesting because I'm a super seasoned competitor. I've done so many competitions over the last decade, and honestly, I'm just not thinking about it too much. Injuries have always, well, for the last like 5 years, injuries have been pretty bad, and recently my priorities have shifted more towards my body. So I'm like, I'd say I'm not too nervous. If my ankle and my knees bugging me, and if like I'm just going to do my best to make sure I'm ready. But once I'm there, if it doesn't feel good, I'll probably just drop out just to like stay safe, especially with how crazy everyone else is going to go down.
Yeah.
But so far though, I'm pretty optimistic. Like
Good. That's good.
I'm a little bit out of practice, but at the same time, like when I have practiced recently, like everything feels good as ever. So yeah.
Love to hear that, bro. That's dope.
Honestly, like I'm just happy that I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I am too.
Like it was so last minute that I'm just like, hell yeah, I'll go compete.
Did you get called
But I don't.
too? Or
Yeah, there was like an open spot.
Dude,
there was an open spot.
Everybody's saying that. Everybody's like, oh yeah, there was an open spot, and then now we're just in the comp.
Yeah, it was super random, but they were just like, "Yo, if we put you in, will you make it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll train."
Sick. I mean, you've been doing
But,
that anyway, so
yeah.
sick. What's your mindset right now?
I'll give it to him. I mean, I've been injured a little bit too, so it's like I'm a little worried about like warming up and like I'm worried that I'm a little worried honestly about my body like holding up, but I think it'll be fine. I've been like resting beforehand and so I think it'll be okay, but we'll have to see. Yeah.
I hope you're good. I mean, I don't know if it made the cut earlier, but Aiden is not competing. He's hurt. He's been hurt for 5 months. What'd you say?
95. I said 95% chance I'm not competing.
Oh, dude,
5%.
I like a good 5%. Are you feeling good too? Like, is your body messed up? Because something.
Yeah, it's quadricep tendonitis. So it's like I've competed like with it for the last 2 years. It's more so just like with this comp format being like you need 4 runs in one day. It's like it's real heavy. But I think I'll be chilling, you know, adrenaline and all that.
Bro, I'm fucking hyped to compete again. It's been too long. It's been like 5 months or something.
Yeah.
I've been still training and shit, but it's like it's not the same spark.
Yeah.
When the competition is coming close, it's like it's on, you know.
Yeah,
It's
you get that extra
you
excitement.
just feel the motivation. It feels amazing.
That's sick, bro.
So I'm hyped.
I'm excited. I'm excited to hear that.
Mainly, it's just I really want to redeem myself for how the last one went, because at the last one I was really looking forward to it, but I like tore my meniscus like 3 months beforehand. So when I ended up competing, I actually competed like 3 months out of practice, and like all my air awareness was gone, and my knee was bugging, so I did terribly. Went out in the first round, and yeah, not gonna lie, I cried that day. That was rough, but yeah, no, since then. Yeah, since then it's just been like very motivating to try to like get back there and like do much better this time. So just very, very motivated, very excited. I've been putting in a lot more work to bring some new stuff, so I'm stoked.
I'm pretty confident. I've been grinding hella. I've been in the gym, or past week I haven't been in there so much. It's just been a hella busy week for me, but I've been in there just about every day grinding, dude. I'm really trying to hit trip fly when on comp day or during one of the lines, but like it's just been like nonstop training right now. But I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to.
Hell yeah.
So
that's sick to hear. Have you been doing anything specific to prepare for the comp?
Yeah, bro, preparing nonstop, bro.
I love how these questions are just not helping you out.
I just got a backdrop on the trampoline. It's huge. So
yeah, we're gonna just skip past that because we already know how he feels.
I definitely could have been training a lot better for this, but there's just a couple of unique moves that I've kind of been playing around with, just making sure I still have them, and just basically general stuff. Like, don't have too many expectations going into it. I just want to have fun and show my style.
I guess I've been doing gainers, so I've been doing like different setups.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you have been.
Or I guess I've been doing like longer lines.
Okay.
I guess as well. Yeah. Endurance, but that's about it.
Bunch of PT, working out in the gym, and I still like I'll train. That's probably the biggest thing that's bad about like tendonitis. Like I can go and compete, I can go and train, but it's like once a week. That's all my knees will allow me to do. So like I feel like I'm not able to actually like get a lot of practice in, but I'm still doing like PT and going to Metro, like where I can land on soft stuff. And yeah, I've like my knees have been feeling a little bit better over the last week as I've been like really taking a rest. So
just drilling some tricks, doing a lot of strength training, trying to take some more impact. Like after the winter season, my ankles and knees are like not as ready for concrete as they can be. So I've been trying to do more stuff to harder ground just to get used to it.
Sick.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, mainly been doing a lot of like practice comps out in Utah. We did a couple with Kalen, but we just kind of like set up like blocks and just give ourselves like 30 minutes to come up with a couple lines and try to do them first try. But like outside of that, just a ton of conditioning and running and just drills and stuff. But
I'd say this time for sure, because it's like rather than doing like one line, it's like it's a bracket mode, and I got to do like 3 or 4 lines. I think it's 4, but people are telling me it's 3 lines, but I don't know. So I have a new conditioning program. I started it like eight weeks ago, and then I've also been doing like a bunch of line work and stuff and stamina. I remember like on week 1 of the conditioning program, I had like 0 stamina, bro. So I was going for runs and shit, and I could barely make it like all the way around the track, and it just hit. I was like, fuck, I suck at this. And so I added like a new stamina thing, and it's been helping like a shit ton, dude. I can knock out like, I would say like, it's not even that long, bro. Probably like 20-second line, but still, I don't think I'll need like a 30-second line for KOTC, bro.
No, not at all, bro. Not at all.
No, yeah. But yeah, just like an 8-week conditioning program. It was supposed to start earlier, but there was no real time to make it. But yeah, just like a new conditioning program, and then just constant training.
So before comp, right? Like you train a lot. I see you train a lot. But like before comp, like how do you balance like pushing hard and like staying healthy? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like you never really push too hard, but like you want to find that healthy balance. So do you have like a certain way that you train specifically for comps, or do you just kind of do the same thing?
It's a good question. I think about this a lot. Like, what is the best way to train before a competition? Because you don't want to train too much, because then your body's going to be dead. But I know the things that I want to do. For example, if I want to do full, I'm going to drill like 20 fulls before competition just on like airbag or mat, so I know I can do it. Like, I'm not going to take unnecessary impact. I'm not going to go outside and send 20 fulls to concrete. So I just like remind my body I can do it. So when I go there, it's the same but more impact.
Yeah.
So I just do all the things like in a safe spot, and then I just take them to the competition.
Exactly.
I know I can do them.
Exactly. You're just getting your body comfortable with the trick, so you know you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's so true about saying there's no reason to take unnecessary like impact. You know, it's even sometimes like
Bro,
you don't even want to like warm up the trick itself, just because you know the trick is gonna be a lot of impact.
Yeah.
As long as you feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? There's like a weird little balance. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. I feel that all the time.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Just I'd rather not do a big trick and just pray. You know,
No,
you know you
100%.
can do it. Why train it?
Exactly. That's sometimes how I feel too. If I'm like planning a line and there's like something big in it, I'd rather not really warm up the full trick itself. Just kind of get comfortable with the idea and then do the line. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works way better.
100%.
That's always been a super hard balance that I'm still trying to figure out. Cause like we all are trying to push ourselves all the time, and it's like you can't just train safe all the time, cause you gotta push yourself. Like, it's just a part of the sport, and like I would way rather. It sucks when I can't compete, but I'd rather push myself and see where my limits are than not see where those limits are.
Yeah.
If I knew I was on the roster, I think I'd be thinking a little more differently about how I was training. I just got back from the UK training at Project Underground, and my body was just in shambles. And then I went like the day after getting back, I went to LA to go to Discourse Jam, and there was a little competition. And I'm like, I'm not gonna compete. My body's pretty tired. And then I did, and then they're like, you should. And I'm like, okay. And then I did. I was just doing chill stuff, but like, it wasn't that warm, and like just a little fall on the sand to my side. Like, I'm just like, that should not have ruined me as much as it did. But yeah, I guess I gotta know when my body's not feeling great.
It happens, you know. It happens. That's really part of the game, you know. There's nothing really. We don't try to hurt ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, as much as the thing.
That's true. You're right.
I've only more recently been competing style.
Yeah.
If there's like a move that I know I want to throw, it's like maybe, I don't know. It's usually just something I'm working on. So like dub sides, like I'm like, oh, I want to throw a cool dub side at this comp. It's just like a move that I've been grinding, but I really like to not put that many expectations on what I'm gonna do. It's more like remembering what I have in my bag of tricks, and then trying to do something really, really spot specific and really cool to the spot.
Yeah. 100%. It's the best way to look at it, I think. Never putting expectations on yourself and just trying to put something cool together based on the location with what you're able to do. I think that's kind of always the best way to go about it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all progression based instead of goal based, I'd say. So instead of like saying, oh, I have to do this thing, it's more like how can I put myself in a better situation than I am right now. So trying to get my body healthier and also just trying to listen to my body more, where I feel like I've never listened to my body during comps, even if I'm like really injured. I'm just
I
like,
feel like that's a big problem most of us have, bro.
yeah, like I'll just push through all the pain with adrenaline and hype, and
Deal with the consequences later, as we always do.
exactly.
It's been like mainly a lot of gym training with mats,
Yeah.
and then like lifting, so that my body's strong, but I'm still practicing the moves without like hurting myself and just taking impact.
Yeah, taking more impact and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's nice. I just have a gym. I can do that.
That's true.
And I can make my own setups too. So
That's
whatever
the
tricks
best,
I want to work.
That's the best part
That
about
is
that gym.
nice.
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
part.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
he does is like he'll not train for a bit and then he'll finally just train and then he'll be like, oh, he'll just complain about his knees a ton.
Yeah.
And I will be like, dude, you didn't even warm up or whatever.
I started warming up now.
He actually has started to warm up and make those adjustments. So I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's
Don't
such
train.
a problem we all have, bro. Like, yeah, we just like get excited and then just start doing shit and then we just cry later. Like, it's just that's really how it is.
Short question. Just don't do too many things on hard ground. Probably I'll just do like the tricks that I need to do like once or twice on harder surface, and then I just train more on mats usually.
Mainly just trying to not do things without mats unless I need to. So it's mostly just been like, unless I'm doing like a practice comp run, then I'll take away the mats. But other than that, it's just been like a lot of spamming like my hard tricks to pads and just trying to get them really consistent. And a lot of conditioning as well, which has helped with injuries and stuff.
It's kind of just like being smart about what's worth sending and what's not worth sending. Yeah. So like if I'm doing a line or something, like yes, I want to prep trip flyway for KOTC, but it's like if I do that to anything other than a mat, it's like it's not really worth risking the injury to. And like I guess just being smart about training outside. It's like yes, I do have a project to film and I do also want outside clips, but it's like before comp, it's just not worth it. So it's kind of like knowing what's worth doing and know what's not worth doing. And then like a week before the comp, it's kind of just like all reps of the same things that I have. So it's like I won't train anything new. And it's just like I'm repping what I got and what I have near got and just like keeping it on lock.
Yeah, just locking everything in. When you're about to go out, right? When you're either right before you go out for your line or right before a competition, what's kind of like what's going on through your head? You know what I'm saying?
I like this question because like I watch a lot of videos and like documentaries of, for example, Conor McGregor, like how he deals with pressure. Yeah. And I feel like people have a lot of ways how to deal with pressure and everything works for someone else in a different type of way. But like I try to just, it's really simple, just stay calm. And like what I said before, with the trick, you can do them. So why stress? It's not different than in a gym, it's still the same trick. And also how do you deal with pressure? I think it's really simple. You just don't.
Yeah.
You have to do it. You're going to do it, like in 20 minutes, you're going to be doing your run. So why stress? You don't have a choice. Like 100%. How do you deal with it? I kind of don't. I just wait for it.
No, I think that's a perfect answer because it's such an outside factor that you shouldn't even let it come in. At the end of the day, you're doing the same thing. So that doesn't have to do with anything. Yeah. And when you start thinking about that, that kind of just adds on more mental stress for no reason when it literally has no effect on you,
Exactly, bro. That's it. Like, that's it.
Okay, I mean, I'll talk about where I was just at because I remember that the most. Project Underground. I'm mostly like enjoying the moment, seeing what other people are cooking up. Yeah. Like it's usually just all my friends there, like cooking up like their lines. But I'm trying to think mostly like what will be like more surprising and like interesting to watch. I think about all my past runs from competitions and like understand what I lacked then. Like last year at Project Underground, I did like the most insane run I've ever done, but it was just like hard trick focus and they didn't like that as much as just like line composition. Yeah. And so this into it, I just thought like mostly about line composition. And that's like, so it's usually I have like one like kind of focus like that, like in general, boom, line composition. So that was my main focus. Like, okay, what just like feels nice and like flows nice. Like there was like a touchdown A twist off of something super high, and I'm like, it's such a high drop, like just doing a touch A, like I feel so small and dumb. But then like I'm like I want to do like I was trying to do touch double A, and I'm just like not landing it that great, and I'm like, is it better to like maybe land that and then go, or like, and then I ended up doing like touch A, like kind of hyper into something like really fast and really smooth, and I'm like, that's like one of my favorite parts of the line. So not getting too attached to ideas is super important for sure.
I visualize a lot before I compete, like not just the feeling of every single trick, but like even the emotions and how I'm going to feel and how I'm going to react. And I just try to make that moment as real as possible in my head. And then when it's go time, then it's like as soon as I do that first trick, like my mind just goes blank and I just let it happen.
Usually I'm like pretty stressed out, so I'm just like thinking about my run in my head over and over and like listening to music.
I was gonna say
that's about it.
Bumping music. I always see you with your head.
I'm usually just like I'm not really like in my head, but I'm just very focused on like imagining the transitions while I wait for my line. Because if I'm not, like, I'm just gonna be anxious waiting in the back.
100%.
So at least I'm like thinking about what I'm gonna be doing.
I don't know. Since we did gymnastics in high school, maybe we were used to competing a little bit. It's usually like I'm super nervous, but once I hit that first trick, like tunnel vision, I don't feel any nerves. No. Yeah. It's just getting yourself to take that first step, really. Yeah. Like quick little visual, like I'll visualize my run.
Yeah.
That's you'll see me like closing my eyes and moving my head.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of athletes do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure my hands are chalked or whatnot. Do all my little my little things to get me prepped. But yeah, the second I actually start flipping, it's just I feel like it's like any other like line you're doing. You're not like really like I mean there's more pressure, but you're not really, I don't know, you're not thinking anything bad's gonna happen. You're just kind of going with the flow, doing what you practice.
Yeah, I just remembered last KOTC. You ate it.
Oh.
You wanted to do the gator regrab. Only did it one time and then just thought you were good to go.
Oh, you know this is gonna be big. Here we go. Gator to grab. Oh my gosh, he slipped off the bar, but he kind of recovered pretty good here.
One just prep. That was it. But yeah,
dude, I feel you though. I probably would have done the same thing. I would have done it one time and been like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
yeah. I guess if there's like some crazy as hard move, I'm gonna be nervous as like super nervous for sure. But like I usually try to play it like to the skills like that I know I can do, like kind of at least like 100% sure that I can, and then like just focus on like connections and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be like a couple challenges that I see like right on the course and like start to get nervous, like, oh gosh, should I do that? You know,
isn't that crazy? Like once you see something and you're like know it's possible and you're like, oh
man.
You're just like, why is this doable? And now I'm gonna be stressing, dude.
You just sleep and you're just thinking about it all night.
Yeah. And if I called Aiden out, I'm gonna call you out too. You getting lost and eating shit.
Let's see what Shay can do. Heading onto the bar. Big old cast out. This is gonna be huge. Oh! Oh man, severely under rotated. He's giving the thumbs up, but that was a heavy slam. Right? I mean, they're here to send it.
I'm trying to make that not happen
Bro,
again.
It's so funny because I rewatched the clip too, and it's like exactly what you said though. You're like, oh, it's like I think I just got lost between the sky and the ground, bro, because they were both black.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want to make excuses or anything. I definitely twisted too early, but I had done that skill so many times at the gym, and like
I've seen you do that a million times. That's it.
Twist early like every single time, and it's fine. And then there's one time, bro. It had probably had something to do with nerves and stuff too.
Yeah,
but I just
of course, it just happened during the comp.
My body just gave up. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't even know like where it went wrong.
Oh yeah, shit like that happens anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
No, it's just the focus. It's just a zone you're in. Try not to think too much. Like whatever happens. You know, you're gonna like. It doesn't matter what you think. You're gonna go out there and do the run anyway. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, As it should be.
Just gotta do it.
Usually, I used to get like super nervous before competitions, but what helped me was I just try to like completely clear my head and not think about anything at all, and just try to become as calm as possible. I like stopped drinking energy drinks before be like too anxious and stuff. So yeah, exactly. So since then, the goal has just been to like be as calm as possible before doing anything.
I would say there's nothing really going through my head other than like me being confident, because it's like if you didn't prepare and if you know that you haven't been doing everything you could have been to going and doing your best and performing your best, then you're going to be nervous. But if you know in your heart that's like it's like you've done all the work you possibly could to get yourself there, and you know that you're going to perform at your best, and there's nothing to be worried about. I know that I've done everything I can to put myself in the best position. So it's like I'm nervous because it's like,
of course, that's normal.
It's like it's just a crazy comp, but at the same time, it's just like I got this. I got this. Yeah. No, when I go out there, I'll like do a little visualization of my line, and then I'll count down from like 5 or 3, and then I'll just go.
Do you have any like rituals or routines like before a competition? Is there like something that you do, or no?
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
It's like I mean, some people don't, but some people do. You know.
I don't know, but like the things I'm wearing in a competition, like if I wear like those specific shorts or that specific shirt, my twisting will feel better because it's a different color. Or if I wear these Adidas shorts, like because they're stripes, I feel more twisted. Like I need to be wearing the right outfit. It's
true.
Like that's my thing.
No. I
don't know how, but
I honestly I have the same thing too. I feel like my outfit affects the way I do something so much. I don't know why, and it makes no sense, but it does. You know. So I
know,
you.
like
I get you 100%.
It's so dumb. And when I look at myself like doing a trick, like I was wearing like black on black, but then I look like, oh, it doesn't make sense. I can't tuck hard because I'm like full in this shirt, so I need to be wearing a different shirt if I'm gonna train this stuff. I got like outfit plans for these trainings.
No, 100%.
It's dumb, bro. But it works. It works.
It's so true though.
Not really. What do people say for that? Like, what do people have?
Yeah, it's a random question, but I just wanted to ask, just because like if people are like, oh, I like to like knock on my head 3 times, or it's just so random, you know, I just wanted to see if people have some random like rituals or like superstitions or something, you know.
So basically, I like knock on my head 3 times.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
It's definitely changed over the years. It's more just the biggest thing is just visualizing, and then like sometimes recently I've been doing some Wim Hof breathing, like some meditation.
That's dope.
Just trying to like get in that moment. It's like every single time I'm always so nervous, even though I'm really experienced, but it is getting easier, just very, very slowly. Like, yeah, I've probably done like 15 really big comps now, and it's still, the nerves still never go away, especially when it just gets harder and harder. But yeah, I just try to get in the zone.
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's always tough because you always like want to do well, you know, so that's why like there's always going to be nerves, you know, it's part of it, you know, because, you know, you're so locked in, you know, you're feeling all that energy and emotion. So it's always going to be there. That's cool though that you've been doing some like Wim Hof, and like obviously visualization is such a big thing for all of us. So that's sick to hear though.
I don't think so. Like besides just listening to music, that's about it.
Yeah. That's probably your thing.
I mean, like maybe jump roping a little bit, like just to stay warm. But like that's what I did last KOTC. It helped. So
I mean, it's a good way to stay warm.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he already touched on it, but it's automatic that we visualize. Yeah, it's one of our coaches in gymnastics when we were in high school. He like really hammered down on that type of thing. Just run the routine a few times, so we kind of just stuck with it. Yeah, and it works great. I mean, I do it before, not even just competition.
I do it for everything. I do it for everything I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always looking up like when there's an athlete about to compete, I always see them like, you know, closing their eyes and like shaking their head. You know exactly.
No, 100%.
That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, checking my landings and like wiping off surfaces stuff before. And stuff like normal stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing like, you know, like clapping twice behind the back or.
Yeah, no, I don't think either of us get superstitious. Oh, It's not natural. Anytime I'm like about to do something, bro,
do this?
look at my phone like this.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah.
It,
I
can't control it.
Yeah, I can't control. Like, I have a weird thing too. Is like when I start my run up, I like pull my left pant leg up. Like,
Yeah, I think Ellis does like
yeah,
that.
like
too.
it's so weird. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I do it all the time. So it's just like such a random thing.
Yeah, no, it's if it feels natural, it's like
It's not even like it feels anything. It just happens. You know, like you don't even try. It's like you doing this. You know, like it's like whatever.
I was watching like one of my runs back like at KOTC.
That's such a funny thing too.
It's really bad for like competitions when like I'm up there like
Yeah.
and like okay, I got to go in like the next 5 seconds and like, it's 5 seconds. It's actually insane. I don't get it.
So just make sure my shoes are grippy as fuck.
Yeah, you're a big shoe wiper.
Yeah, I wipe them too much. I use some saliva and shit. You need to. A lot of chalk, of course. My own chalk. I don't trust anyone's chalk. Like,
only Ellis's
I
chalk.
swing with some shitty ass chalk. Like I can't trust other people's chalk, so I always bring my own. And then I just go through my lines over and over again.
Sick visualize.
Yeah.
Of course. I have like a random thing where like I always like pull my left pant leg up like before I like run up, which is just like so random. It's like a weird tick.
I actually have like that same thing too. I do that as well. I also like pull on one of my legs.
Yeah.
I do that, and I usually I look up for some reason. I don't know what started that, but like I think it was because like at the gym I train at, there's like a bar above this one ledge, so I sometimes like check to like see where it's at so that I don't hit it. And because of that, I just do it everywhere now. Like I quickly kind of glance up for some reason. I notice for like absolutely no reason. I don't know why I started doing that.
That's mad funny actually.
I take a shit, dude.
Fire. I mean,
Bro,
that's
like,
necessary.
yeah, bro. Oh man, I have like a 5-hour energy drink, and like the caffeine for me really like helps me digest shit. So I'll down one bottle, I'll go to the bathroom, and then I'll come out feeling like 10 pounds lighter, bro.
That's sick. No,
Yeah.
That's a perfect answer to that question. That's a ritual for sure. Who do you think is the most slept on athlete, like in the competition, like out of the lineup? Who do you think is somebody that nobody? We got Caleb Craig, we got Denali, we have Rai, Ellis, Foxhound, Tamoya, Twin Parkour, so Aiden and Shay, Evan Storm, Xander, Kaito, you, Kalen, and Sue 3Run. And that's it.
Bro, Sue the little bro, that's my G.
Yeah.
Sue, bro, he's been grinding a lot. Like he trains so much. Yeah. It's crazy. But I honestly, bro. Fuck. Oh, why is it so hard?
Do you want me to give you my answer? Do you want me to give you my answer?
Yeah, okay. Let's do your answer first.
I think it's Rai.
Bro, I was just gonna say, like, he's not slept on. Like, he's fucking insane. I've been training with him lately, but like, it's just everything. Like, right, if you're gonna see this, bro, everything you do is so like clean. Like, it looks like there's no effort. So you're not slept on, but you can be like the guy who can win this shit because everything is just so like, it's so nice to see.
I'll tell you, okay, so Ryra always been amazing at twisting, right? His twisting is crazy, and that's what everybody kind of knows him for. But now he's got bars.
Hold up.
He's got bars, right? He's been training a lot. His connections are amazing and super smooth. The way he just connects everything is really fucking good. He has crazy variety of flips. You know what I'm saying? He does off-axis and on-axis flips. So that's why I feel like when everybody thinks of Rai, they obviously think of crazy twisting, but they kind of overlook the other aspects of how really good he's been getting at bars and his connections and his variety of flips. So that's why Rai is my answer. He's not slept on. He knows that. I fucking love him and he's sick and everybody knows he's sick. But I feel like he's kind of overlooked in a certain type of way.
Bro, I feel you on that one. Yeah. Like what you just said, like everyone knows him for the twisting, but when the clips pull up with the fucking swing triple landed so clean, it's like, yo, what is happening?
Exactly.
So I agree. Or I don't know, but also like WCPF, fucking Tomoya.
Yep.
Bro, he is so good. So clean. Like all the moves he pulls out of his pants, it's just like how you come up with this shit.
He does do everything really clean, which is nice, and I'm excited to see him at KOTC. So that's cool.
I mean, there's Rai, who's I just see in the gym working hella hard. and like I see is definitely a competitor to Ellis.
Yep.
I one of my favorite people to watch move like in the world is Denali. And like he said, he's been grinding, working hard to prepare. So I'm so excited to watch that.
Sick.
I just feel like such raw style and power. Like I don't know, he's so sick.
He is dope. Yeah.
Yeah, he. The main reason why I'm like maybe I could compete is because last year he was like he was out for 3 months and his first time training was KOTC.
That's wild.
And I'm like, okay, maybe it's like maybe I could.
Maybe it's a maybe. You know, we'll leave it at that. Maybe it's a maybe. Denali is fucking super sick. His style is super different than anybody else, so that definitely helps him stick out. He has a lot of crazy tricks that he does, you know. And Rye, you know, that was my answer. You know, that was my answer.
Yeah.
Rye, you know, everybody looks at him. Obviously, like knows Rye for crazy twisting, but nobody really kind of sees the behind the scenes aspect of how really good he's been getting at bars. His connections are amazing.
Yeah.
He has crazy tricks. You know what I'm saying? That you don't see many people do. So that's why he's not like really slept on, but he's like undermined in a certain way. You know?
Yeah. No, I've recently like just the past couple weeks like I'm just seeing him hit these like bar combos and tricks and like giant boom and like full and I'm like I don't know like I was talking to him like bro it was like a couple months ago where you could not kip on the bar.
Crazy? Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
it's insane.
I'm like bro you remember I low-key we just learned giants together like a couple months ago.
It's insane. And just doing trip flyways and shit.
Like Kevin taught me with like a baby giant with a sweatshirt on the bar, and so I taught the same thing. And then the same session, he hit like full giant to like full in, and I'm like, okay, you got it.
Fucking bro picks up shit really quick, bro. I mean, he is literally fucking 16 years old. Is he 17 now?
Yeah, 17.
17 now, bro. That's crazy, bro. So cool.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's always like they did Denali dirty last time, like so bad, dude. I mean, like he had like a sloppy landing on a macaco in back out, and then Jack Fruey like Jake absolutely bodied his last trick, and then like so I don't know. I felt like and even the first year when Denali went against Ellis, like I thought specifically that one line, like I know Ellis is definitely overall a better athlete, but like that line, those two specific lines, like Denali should have gotten the edge in that one. So I think like both years he's been gypped a little bit, and just the stuff that he's been working on, and it's just like there's no other human that can move the way he does. So I really hope that he does good this year.
Absolutely. I'm rooting for him. I was just saying that. I was like, Denali moves in such a specific him type of way, you know, that he's really uncomparable to any other athlete. So he always has that edge, you know. There's a certain edge that he has that, you know, that it's an edge over other people because he moves so different. And he does all these crazy hard tricks, but you just don't see often. So absolutely.
His style is also like the line choice he has and the combo choice is like the hardest type of movement to flow consistently.
100%.
It's so hard to flow. Like that's the one thing that's his weakness in comp is because it's so hard to like. I try to choose stuff that's easy to flow. So if I have a little stutter, it's like it's relatively safe. But his is just so biometric and like you have to be at the perfect angle to bounce right into that next trick. So yeah, that's the other comment I'd make about him.
Maybe Xander. Or I don't know his name, but he's like the kid that does like the dove fly with like his arms back here or whatever. I don't know his name.
Oh, Sue.
I think so. He's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Sue is nuts.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Denali.
Yeah.
He's been making moves in silence.
He's always making moves in silence.
He's been moving in silence. I already know. He hasn't posted much.
I know. Low-key, he's hungry and no one knows.
Oh, Denali is hungry. He's starving.
Oh, okay. I got a good one.
Okay.
To say he's even slept on is crazy because he's one of the best, but Denali, bro.
Yeah.
I swear Denali can beat everyone.
Yeah.
I personally believe Denali. I mean, obviously my money's on Ellis. Let's just be real. But like Denali has that's for everyone. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's got like such a like I know he doesn't do like crazy bar stuff all the time. That's no shade to Denali, but he's still like he's got a crazy arsenal of tricks. Like
Absolutely.
and KOTC really prioritizes like having like 4 different lines.
Yep.
That's easy for him. Like he can do like the hard like crazy like normal tricks like scoot full in, and then he can also go his Denali style where he just like pops random like, half on half out of everything. Don't know what the name. His connections are good. His power is crazy. His twisting's good. His flips are good. Flow is good. Yeah, I agree with him, Denali.
It's a great answer. That's a great. I also said that like I said Denali has like a certain edge to him because he moves in such a specific Denali way that it's hard to really compare, you know. So that just gives him kind of some sort of an edge. So it's sick, and he's obviously like you guys said, he has hella power. His twisting's insane. You know, he could do so much shit. So
no, it's true. Even if someone like goes crazy like does some crazy bar tricks up against him, he has so many like. How are you gonna judge like,
that's
crazy things?
Yeah.
It probably is harder than like so much of these like crazy bar tricks that you're seeing. Like everything he's doing.
No, 100%. I agree.
Slept on athlete. I mean, it's hard to say.
The lineup.
I think Denali is like one guy that's really really good. That he could be on the top for sure. Is Denali.
Yeah.
I think. I think he's the most slept on actually.
Yeah. Obviously Caleb, because I feel like not a lot of people know how goated Caleb actually is.
100%.
But outside of that, I'm just trying to remember the lineup. Xander's really goated too. Xander's like line construction is like super super unique. He comes up with like the craziest ideas no one would come up with. I'm actually really excited to see how he does because I think the only athlete even like similar to him that's competed was like Kevin.
The most slept on?
Yeah.
Who's competing low key? Probably Caleb Craig.
Okay.
Not even gonna lie. No, yeah, he only has like 7,000. I'm gonna round up to 8,000, but let me see. Sorry, I'm like looking at his movement right now.
No, you're good. Do your thing. Do your analysis.
No, yeah, sorry. Let me do my little analysis, bro. God, I don't know, dude. I really don't know. There's like a lot of new people competing too.
Yeah. You want to know who I think is slept on?
Yeah, who?
You. Because look, I talked about this with others. I don't think you're slept on, but I think you're overlooked in a certain aspect because I think people only look at you for twisting really well, but don't really know how much your bar work has like been insane lately. The skill arsenal,
I don't like
the skill arsenal you have, the amount of tricks that you can do, you know, the way you connect movement, the way you do lines looks really nice and really flowy. So I think people look at you in one side, but don't really kind of overlook all the other aspects, you know?
Dang, my dad says that same thing, dude. I haven't been posting like anything recently because it's like going into comps, I just don't like to post because it's like I like everything to be a surprise.
What's one athlete that you'd want to see compete at KOTC?
Ooh, okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would love to see Nathaniel compete.
That's also my answer.
Bro, short answer. That's it, Nathaniel.
That's it. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's also my answer. I would love to see him compete. He always does really good in comps. He's been fucking killing it lately.
Yeah.
So it would be really sick to see what he could do at a KOTC style comp because I think it works.
I know, bro.
In a couple years, you'll see my student, Araya.
Oh, come on. Big up Araya. He's sick. He's sick.
Bro, he's a beast, bro. Dude. He is actually crazy.
He's dumpling boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dumpling boy.
He doesn't even like the coolest thing he does. I have like all the clips of like but just wait, 2 years he'll be like.
How old is he? He's literally like 10.
He's 10 years old.
Yeah, that's insane.
And like he's hitting the low cast. He just got swing cast from like his head outside.
Yeah.
Bro.
No. He's sick.
And his style and his everything.
He looks good when he moves, which is always really good. Like when somebody like is super young and is training parkour and they look good when they move, you know, they're like, you know, because skill is gonna obviously grow and they're gonna get better. But when you look good when you move already, it's like, you know, it's inevitable.
It's a good question. Like, trying to think of like someone that has that style because honestly, like, because I don't think there's anyone from the UK that's competing at KOTC or that ever has competed there.
No, I don't think so.
Like it would be cool for the pool to get bigger, like athletes like Ed Scott and other people from all around to get more involved with KOTC, which probably will happen when they do the one in Europe.
Exactly.
But yeah, I definitely could think of some. I just don't have any off the top of my head.
Yeah, for sure.
Dumbest genius.
Oh my God, yes.
It sucks because like he probably could have. It's two. It's like Mimis and it's Nathanael.
Yep.
So Mimi's from Greece, who just like Mimi's just goes insane, bro.
Insane,
and like
bro.
he
So strong. He's so sandy. He's nuts.
Yeah. And then Nathanael, who unfortunately got hurt, but he's just been doing the craziest. Like I feel like over this year he's done the craziest stuff out of anyone, and he's just was on the grind. Like every single new clip you saw of him was absolutely like insane. Yeah, he got hurt, but yeah, I agree with those two. For the sake of just saying someone else, I'd say like Ilya. Oh yeah, and EDR.
Of course.
I wish any of them. Pick any of them.
I wish we could get any of the Iranians out, bro. Like it would be so sick to see like in real life, you know.
And they usually make it into the comp, and then it's like
they just can't come. Yeah, they just can't get
Yeah.
visas and shit. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Hopefully, like someday that shit could be figured out, so like we could see them at high level comps with like 6 setups, so they could throw down, you know.
Also YOLO flow.
Also
No.
YOLO flow.
James, yeah, I want to see James, but then I already know what he's gonna do, bro. If he gets in, he's gonna like for some reason he's just gonna like be like, oh, I see this like nice little front flip that I'm just gonna do, and then that's all he'll do.
Dude, I know. It's actually annoying. Like it's actually like, bro, like you do so much hard shit. Like, can you please do that? He's like, no, I actually just want to do this wall full. Like, bro, like nobody gives a fuck, dog. Like, like, come on, bro, compete. Yeah, I agree with you, Shay. It's so true that he would do that.
Yeah, he might do onsites. We might be able to convince him.
Oh my God, bro, that would be so sick.
So all the Iranians, Mustafa Hormati, Ilya, King Yassin.
My best friend Aurora used to be named Rylan. She's goated. She's so good at parkour. One of the most like influential parkour athletes in the world, but nobody would know it. Like so many of these like new age tricks people do, Aurora's been doing for years. I really want to see her compete. She's actually goated.
Okay, fire.
Super underrated.
Any and all Iranian athletes.
Yup, that's a common answer.
Probably, bro, Ilya. Damn, I'd really want to see him compete. It sucks that like, bro, it sucks that like they totally have the capability of like winning too, or like performing great and like doing all these crazy things, and then it's like their government won't let them pull up, and it's just like
can't make it out, which just sucks. They've literally gone through submissions before and made it in and just couldn't come.
I know, yeah, it hella sucks. Oh, I'd also hella want to see Yasin Hamadi compete. Bro, he'd be hella tough to see.
None of us know what the course looks like, right? Is there any tricks or something in mind that you want to get done in this year's comp? If you don't want to share it, you don't have to. A yes or a no. A yes or no would suffice, but if you would like to share, I would love it.
Well, I'll share it for sure. There's no secrets in this game.
He's not gatekeeping.
But
all right.
No, come on. Like I've been posting this on my story and all the stuff, so people know I've been training it. But like, there's one trick I love to do it. I did it one time outside. I can do it in a combo, but just the normal trick is a swing 180 cash gainer over the bar.
Yes.
I love that trick. It feels so nice. Yeah. It's just scary, a little bit hard, but it's like once you get like the hang of it, it's super nice.
100%.
So I want to try like or the normal swing 180 cash gainer, or with like the keep 180 360 giant to the move. So it's a little combo, but I'm just focusing on that one. Oh wait, I actually got 2 tricks.
Okay, tell me.
But I might keep this one a secret, yo.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, I love that.
You guys get one, but this
That's
one
fair.
it's harder, but you guys can guess it. But it's hey man, I don't know if I'm gonna say anything to be honest. It's it's a super hard trick.
Okay, that's all we need to know.
First thing I look for when competing is the flip prees. I think they're my favorite type of thing to do. They score high, and I'm too lazy for the big tricks. So it's like there's not that much output, and it's sick. So I like those. And I really think that's like what makes parkour sick. Is like that's why I'm loving, like, to me, a swing full in is not fun to watch.
Okay.
But then you see Ellis doing swing full in gap like pre, and you're like,
Yeah, your mind is
so,
blown. Yeah.
you know? So like I think pushing the sport in that way is so cool. So like, yeah, flip pre, like, oh, I feel like if people think about, oh, flip pre is like, oh, side pre, like it's overdone or something. But like there's so much untapped potential in flip pre's in general. And just like not even just like precisions, but like in crazy spaces. Like there's an unlimited amount because it's always a different space.
Absolutely. It all depends on the spot, you know, and flip pre's are so technical, and it just depends on what you're preing too, that it literally, like, yeah, it's like kind of such a simple aspect, but it's so mind-blowing and technical just because it's so crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you mean by that. I think that's a great answer.
It depends on the setup, and I guess one thing I've been training like a lot of hard tricks in different setups so that I could be pretty flexible. There's if there is a specific setup for it, my this new trick I've been doing, I call it Carta Heli Hara Full.
Oh yes, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen you do it.
Yeah,
that would be sick to see.
That would be cool because it's like just a creative banger trick, but it's
100%.
not like it's not super hard to do. Like there's that trick, and then there's if there is any big drops to sand, like I have I haven't practiced it in a while, but last time I did scoot full, it was like off a 6-foot drop and it felt super good. And so if there's like a nice ledge to sand to like finish a banger trick on, that would be sick.
That would be really sick to see. Seeing a scoot full in comp would just be so unreal.
I would love for there to be a cast gainer setup.
Sick.
Like,
I
preferably a wall.
Guaranteed.
Like,
yeah.
I want, like, I could do it off a bar, but I would like to do one off a wall.
Yeah.
If I could start a run with a cast gainer, I think that would be sick. Maybe like a double cord gap or something.
Yeah.
That'd be a sick way to handle it.
This is not the best answer, but I hope there's some precision tricks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I would love a conga and a pre in a line.
Yeah.
Just like my favorite would be like in the middle of your line. You continue with the flow, and then you just do the conga and a pre. If I see a conga and a pre in the comp, then I'm just gonna be like, fuck it with my foot.
Just gonna compete just cause.
That's be my one thing, and then we'll see. It's probably just a double gainer. I tried a double gainer in a competition that like the last time I competed, and I landed pretty safely, but I didn't land it, so I'd just do it again maybe.
Well, I have many tricks, but some of them requires like specific setups. It's hard to if I can do it. But I want to put some inward souk somewhere in there.
Yeah.
A low one.
Yeah.
Maybe some inward upside, like a 180 step into it.
Sick.
The one you were with me. I did it in Barcelona.
Yeah, I remember.
This. Some big wall tricks. We'll see. I hope there will be a bar next to a slanted wall, so I have some stuff you can do there. Flip breeze as well, but you can never plan on it before. You just have to see them on the spot.
It literally depends on the location, so that's the thing.
Yeah, I got a few.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You gonna gatekeep them? I'll respect it. I told everybody you don't have to say what you're gonna do, because I get it. But if you want to, you can.
I mean, some of them are kind of obvious if you like keep up with my my stories and stuff. Of course. But really gatekeep them because I got a few that are surprises.
I love that. I love that. I love that way more than actually answering the question. So that's sick.
I want to hit 3 triples in a line. That's just kind of like a goal. Like I want to hit, like for example, it'd be like trip A, trip cork, trip full, or trip fly, trip full, trip A, whatever. I don't know, but it's like three triples is like kind of like a goal for one of the lines, and then a shit ton of bar moves, obviously. Yeah. It's like I'm hella excited to like throw down on the bars. It's like, oh shit, he low-key did not do any of that, and all of a sudden,
like I'm excited to see you put it in your lines, bro. It's sick because you've grown so much on bars lately. You've grown really fast, you know. Going from not being able to kip to doing trip flies is fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, all thanks to Riker. All thanks to him. Shout out Riker, bro.
Big up, Riker. Obviously, now in parkour, like we have a bunch of different styles of competitions, right? What do you think of KOTC as a comp?
Okay, going back to there are a lot of competitions. Yes, like a lot of competitions, and there's so much going on right now with the what is the best competition and stuff. But I just think, bro, there are a lot of competitions, and everyone has their own style, so everyone can choose a competition they want to compete in. There is no right or wrong.
Absolutely.
Like nowadays, it's not this competition is wrong, that competition is right. No, there's a lot of competitions. You can do whatever competition you feel like doing with your style.
Yep.
Okay, what I think of KOTC, I think it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best, bro. I like the competitions where you need to do a submission
Yes.
to be able to compete in the competition.
Yeah.
It's not like, yo, I think I've been doing parkour for a year. My mom says I can do everything, so I'm gonna sign up.
100%.
No, like you have to like prove you can do it.
Yeah.
And then like it filters, all the athletes, and then submissions, like the diamonds of parkour, they go to the competition. So
yeah.
I think it's one of the best competitions out there right now. It's fucking sick.
I agree with you, and I think that the head-to-head aspect of it makes it so entertaining to watch, and it's really cool to compete, and it's so easy to digest for just normal people that don't know what parkour is, you know? You just get to watch two people do flips, and you pick which one you like better, you know? It makes it super simple for just normal people, and for us too. It just gets us extra hyped to watch that go down because it's just so sick, you know? It's like that whole
that's it.
That like kind of like watching like a UFC fight or like a boxing match, you know? You got one side, you got the other side, and they're going at it, and one person wins. So that's kind of like our version of it in a parkour comp style, you know? So it's really sick.
I've never thought about it that way. That's actually super true. Because, for example, in FIG, people watch it and like, why did this guy win? It all looked the same. Why? But you don't see the points. You don't see the judging. It's just show what you can do in KOTC, and just the judge say this or this. It's super easy.
Exactly. It's so simple for anybody to understand, you know?
I think it's cool. There's not really another parkour comp doing head-to-head like this, or at least at this scale for sure. Yeah, I think Kings of the Concrete as a name and a brand is sick. I think having everything be concrete is not the most important part.
Yeah.
And I just remember from like last year and the year prior of like almost every athlete like hurting their heel or something in some way, or like coming out like injured. And I'm like, and it's like I think finding a balance in that is a good to figure out. I think it's really hype that this year it'll be all like plywood and the concrete that's there. And it doesn't really matter that it's not all concrete. Like
it
it's
doesn't
like
take away from the competition.
Exactly, not at all. Like if you do stuff to wood, it'll be sick, and you're just not destroying your heels. So so I'm so hyped for it being at Venice Beach. And just like, I like in their promotional stuff of just talking about like the culture around it. Like the skate park is right there, and like people go on that street like from around the world, and like it's such an iconic place. And for like parkour to be shown like smack dab in the middle of this iconic area, like really cool and really huge for the sport. So that vibe is just gonna be sick to see.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like definitely one of the biggest like stages for like parkour. You know, obviously we had like AOM and like Santorini and all that, and I think this is like also the same kind of like crazy thing to have something like, you know, a parkour competition at a place so iconic like Venice Beach. It just legitimizes the sport so much more, and like shows you that it's growing and it's like going the right way, you know. So that's fucking awesome. And I think it's definitely going to be the best one so far. It's going to be insane, even though every year it just gets better and better. and that's a good thing. So I'm excited. The lineups keep getting crazier. You know, more people come to watch. So I can't even imagine how this year is gonna look.
I think KOTC as a competition is really good for the sport, especially with a different format. And I think like the more formats that we have that are at the highest level, the better for the sport it is, because it's like, yeah, because it really accommodates for all the different types of athletes. And I think there's so many more formats out there that could be made that haven't been made yet that should be explored. But Kings of the Concrete definitely like fills in that need, I feel like.
I think it's definitely the most hype. It's like more fun to watch, I guess. And it's a more interesting format than just giving everybody numbers.
Yeah.
It's like just choose who you like more. It's more simple.
I think KOTC is the best like for judging because it's one versus the other. It's rare that you're gonna have. I mean, there's some even last year there was like one round where it's like it could go either way, but most of the time you have a pretty good idea of moving on.
Yeah, and I trust
like
panels.
you don't have to make up numbers out of nowhere and say like 150 for blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it a little easier on the judges. Plus, all the judges are reputable people. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like one of the hardest comps for sure. But it's got it. I think it's one of my favorite.
It's fucking hectic. It's tough, but that's how it should be. It's fucking cool to see. It's one versus one battle rounds. I think it's great for the audience to watch.
Yeah.
And for the athletes, it's sick as well.
Absolutely.
It's like you have to play. It's like strategy.
Yeah.
You kind of need it. It's cool. Like you can choose what to do against this guy.
Yeah.
If you know one guy does only twisting, maybe you do something else. Maybe you go on the bars. You know, that's pretty fun with it.
Yeah.
You can
That's
play with some strategies.
That's actually a cool way to look at it. That like I actually never even thought about it that way, and nobody else brought it up. Is actually strategizing what lines to do against certain people, just because you know what kind of style they have, which is really smart.
I love it. I think it makes it like way more watchable for people that aren't in the sport, because instead of being like a talent show where they get these arbitrary scores and then it's just judged, I think it's a little easier for people to grasp that it's like just a 1v1 and whoever goes harder wins. Exactly. So I really appreciate that. I think it would be really cool if they experimented with like how tricking does it, and instead of doing lines, you just give the athletes like a couple minutes where they go back and forth and do like a pass.
I do like that.
And just do whatever on the course. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty fun, because then it could allow for like some small slip ups and you could like come back and stuff. It'd be cool to see them try that out.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I actually really like that a lot.
I like it. It kind of reminds me of tricking battles, except you can't see the other person's line is what they did last year. So it's like it's like if you go up first and the other person is like, he's not facing the wall, but he's technically facing the wall, but he just can't see what you're doing. So it's like you don't exactly know how hard you have to go or not.
Yeah.
All you kind of have to go off of is like the person's general skill set, and just kind of like be like, okay, do I need to go this hard, or do I need to pull out this line or whatever?
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like yeah, damn.
Tough. It makes it tough for sure, because it's kind of all up to you at that moment about what you want to throw down and stuff, but also having that general knowledge of knowing the person and knowing what they can do kind of gives you a little bit of the aspect of what you should do, you know?
No, yeah. But I definitely think this is like, for sure, if not my favorite competition, because it's like a huge style comp, and there's like no other category. It's just like a huge style comp.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think this is like one of my favorite competitions for sure.
I agree with you too. It's definitely one of my favorites. Last question, brother. What's the prediction? Who do you think is gonna take it home this year?
Okay. This is good question.
Yeah.
Maybe we talked about some slept-on athletes. Everyone is grinding, but there can only be one. It's my dog. It's my G. It's Ellis, bro. There's like everyone. People are fucking amazing, training so hard, but it's just there's something, I don't know how to explain it, but
well, brother,
hey man,
I'm
Ellis.
sorry to tell you, bro, but that's the wrong answer. You know why?
Oh shit.
Because you're supposed to say yourself.
Bro, hey. Okay. There's confidence and there's overconfidence.
I'll tell you the right answer. The right answer is, to be honest, I would love to say it's. I would want to say me. I believe in myself, but Ellis the GOAT.
Okay. Okay. Can we do this one again?
Yeah, run it back, bro. So, what's your prediction, man? Who do you think is gonna win?
Oh man,
I know it's tough.
that's a good question. No, hey man. Of course, I would love to see myself win. You know, I train hard for this shit, but I think I know how this guy is. I know how he trains. I would have to say Ellis, man. No disrespect to myself, but big respect to this guy. I
Acting
think
10
he will
out of
take the
10,
crown
guys.
again.
Acting 10 out of 10. Give this guy a fucking medal.
Hey, what?
I mean, the easy bet is Ellis. He's just an animal, bro.
Yeah, that's like a minus 1,000 probably on the books.
Yeah. I hope to see Rye take it. He's been doing these crazy big tricks, but he's like a lot less scared to like do these crazy tricks to pre's and like to different surfaces. So like if the right setup allows it, like he could do some crazy stuff, and
I agree with you.
I'm excited to see what he kicks up with. Yeah, and then if I'm injured, I'm gonna live vicariously through him and help craft some sick lines. So.
Love that.
So last year at SPL, like I was doing gingers like a week before, and I was like, my one goal was like, don't hurt yourself. And when I was learning gingers, I was like, oh, this is a relatively safe trick. Like if I miss the bar, I just land on my feet.
Yeah.
And then I tweaked one thing, and then I missed the bar and landed right on my wrist and completely screwed it up. So at SPL, I wasn't even going to compete. And then like during practice, I like tried stuff that I had never done, like cork prees and inward side prees. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And that was literally the highest level comp that had ever happened in free running. Like everyone else caught up to where Ellis was the year before. Like everyone was just like the composition of the lines, the difficulty, the course usage, like everything was so insane.
Yeah.
But Ellis one-upped himself.
Yeah.
And like no one can catch up to it. It's just like, and when I talked to him about competing and about his passion, he has two characteristics that make him unbeatable. Like one, he just freaking loves to train. Just like there's other athletes like that, like James West.
Yes, bro.
Like he will train like
He will train
8 hours a day.
Dude, not even 8, like 12. I've trained with him for 12 hours a day. It's insane. He
Dude,
doesn't
I'm
get
such a-
tired. Like it's weird, bro.
He drove like 12 hours out to Utah and then trained with us for like 5 hours till midnight. And I joked with him saying like, yo, like we should wake up really early and go train at the college campus tomorrow. And he's like, I'd really like that if that's okay. Like, yeah, so if you have that trait, like Ellis has that trait too.
Yeah.
But then like the other trait is he's really competitive.
Yes.
And that's something that being loving training that much and also being competitive is what's going to give you like the biggest edge in this sport
100%.
when it comes to that. Because I feel like for me it kind of switched. I used to just be like, I love to train all the time, no matter what.
Yeah.
And I was like a little bit competitive.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I've completely switched where it's so much harder to enjoy training, mostly just because of my body and like injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
But I am still really competitive though. So like I will push myself when I need to, but I definitely predict like Ellis for sure is the favorite still. Like as long as he has that fire in him, it's going to be so hard for anyone to beat him. He's one of the reasons that I'm still competing too, because at last SPL I was telling him like, yeah, like I'm probably going to stop soon. Like I think I'm okay with that. He's like, no, don't stop. Keep competing, Taylor. Keep doing it. He's like, please, just keep going. I was like, oh, bro.
Ellis. It's probably Ellis, bro.
I'm just waiting for somebody not to say Ellis, dude, or somebody to be like.
It's like, what else are we gonna say?
I know.
What else are we gonna say?
I just want somebody to believe in themselves or something, bro.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
You have to say it. I mean, yeah.
Dude, I'm just waiting for somebody to say something else, bro.
Well, I'll say Ellis.
I just want somebody to be like, dude, like myself. You know what I'm saying?
Ellis probably will say it. No,
dude, I'm actually wondering.
No, there's no way. Yeah, he's gonna laugh.
Ellis is gonna be like, who will he say? He's gonna be like,
I think he'll say Denali or Ryan.
I think like Denali has a good chance or something. He'll say something like that.
Bro, we never know. We never know. I can just say I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna throw down my hardest, and we'll see. We'll see. how it goes.
We'll see. So that's all we're getting from Ellis is we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I would like to say me, but
Yes,
if not
bro.
that,
Finally, thank God somebody said themselves, bro. Oh my God, I've been telling everybody. Like, why is nobody saying themselves? Thank you, bro. Wow.
I mean, like, I have that mindset with like everything I do, because
Good.
if you don't have
As
that
you
mindset, you're
should.
probably not gonna win.
Yes.
Yeah, but other than that, though, I really like want to see Kaido win because I love how Kaido trains. He's so sick. It'd be really fun to go against him because we train like really similarly.
That would be a really cool matchup.
He's like one of my favorite athletes.
I would love to see that. That would be a sick matchup. Oh, dude, I'm so happy you said yourself. And a lot of people too have you on their radar too. Like everybody in the comp. You know what I'm saying? You as a slept on athlete, even though you're not slept on, is what we all say. You know what I'm saying? You're still undermined, and you have like a certain edge to you because you move so uniquely to yourself, and you have such a big arsenal of tricks. So it gives you that extra edge that you stick out like really well. You know, it's hard to compare, and it's also hard to judge for the people that are judging, because you know you do your crazy ass lines, and then it's hard to figure out who's just better when you know you like move like yourself so much. You know what I'm saying? You have that's what I'm saying. You have like that certain edge because you really are like move so uniquely. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It like sometimes it works in my favor, other times they kind of don't understand what it was.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of out of my control. I just do me, and whatever happens happens.
That's a good thing though.
Me, bro. What the fuck?
Thank you, bro. Oh my God, bro. God damn. Finally, somebody believes in themselves. Holy shit.
What were other people saying, bro?
Bro, what do you mean? What are other people saying? What do you think?
Alice, probably.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like I've just been waiting, bro. Like somebody to fucking say themselves, and I swear, I think it's only you and Denali that said themselves, and I was like, let's fucking go, and I got this hype, bro. Like, fuck, bro.
No, yeah, bro. I definitely think I will take it fucking home this year, but
I fucking love to hear that, bro. And I 100% know you have the skill set for it, bro. If you nail everything, I can see that happening.